Okay, welcome Jungs und Mädels. This is Michael Schumacher. I am Michael fucking Schumacher, and welcome back to Schumacher Road to Glory. And today we're going to change it up a little bit. What I want to do now is to sign Enzo back as our reserve driver, so that this is still technically a... Not sign Enzo. Did I say Enzo? Sign David back as a reserve driver to make this still a Schumacher Road to Glory. Now, we're not going to give him $45 million a year. That was just our attempt to try and get him back as a reserve driver at the end of last season when we dumped him. But I think by now he should be back down to his normal demands. And if you haven't been paying attention to Formula 1 in real life, you probably don't know that Mick is most likely out of a seat next year. So it sounds like Haas has already signed Nico Hülkenberg to a contract, and Mick is about to get the boot. So that kind of sucks for Mick. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think it was a good idea for Haas to dump a potential solid driver in the future to get Nico into the car right now and develop the car? I don't know. I think they already have K-Mag in the car as a veteran to help develop the car. I think they should have probably kept on another young driver, especially if you're going to sign somebody as old as Hülkenberg. I know he's still a pretty solid driver, but he's not going to be your championship driver. Even if Haas develops like the number 4 or number 3 car next year, I don't think Hülkenberg gets you any closer to a driver's championship. Now, Mick might bring you there, but I know that he's kind of cost the team a whole bunch of money, as even Nikita Mazepin, with all of his issues in the cars last year, did not cost the team as much as Mick did last year or this year. So let me know what you guys think in the comment. Do you think it was a good idea to bring on Hülkenberg, or do you think Haas should have kept Mick on for another year at least? I mean, he's going to get another shot. Audi's already made it known once they take over Alfa Romeo that they want somebody like Mick in the car. But for now, let's see if we can get David back in as our reserve driver. Okay. So he doesn't want to be the reserve driver. Now, if we just bump his salary up by a whole bunch of money, will he come back in as a reserve driver? I don't think so, but we'll give it a shot anyway. 5 million and then 2 million as a bonus. Come on, David, don't be a dick. Contract declined. Huh. What can we do? What can we do? Can we not get him back in as a driver? Alright, let's try this. $10 million. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we tried. We tried to get him back in as a reserve driver, but he's not coming back, and I just don't think he is good enough to be a second driver. Remember last year, our car's actually gone down a lot relative to the other teams, and David was still not able to finish in the points. So I think for right now we will stick with Mick and Enzo. Mick actually has a development point, by the way. Where do we want to put it? Let's put it into braking for now. And for Enzo, we will put it into braking as well. Try to even up that pace category. Pietro doesn't get one. How about our staff? Oh, Diego's got one. Let's put it into drag reduction. I almost read that as drug reduction. Alright, 7 months, 5 years. Alright. So I do feel bad for Mick that he lost his seat, but hey, let's be honest, he hasn't really been quite consistent this year. So I think Haas is probably looking to develop the car before the engine regs change over in 2026. So I can understand why they did that, but Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Mick being a Schumacher and everything, and then getting dropped by Ferrari, and then losing your seat at Haas to Nico Hulkenberg, who hasn't been in the racing series since 2019, full time anyway. I know that he's come in for a few races every year, but that kind of sucks for him. All right, so we're gonna simulate to the race weekend for now, and here we are. Let's go into the inbox, race prep, monthly car development, financial report, board check-in. That is good. Performance targets, that is good. Reach Q3, reach Q2, that is good to go. Finish position, that is good. And we are done. I will take care of practice and quali like I always do, and I'll see you guys back here for the start of the race. Alright guys, we are done with quali. Mick qualified first and Enzo qualified 8th, but as you know, we are carrying grid penalties for our cheating scandal from last year, so we will be starting P19 and B20. I am interested to see where we went, where we were with our setup confidence though. 88% for Mick and 100% for Enzo, so this will be a bit of a waste. That kind of sucks. Alright, so let's move back to there, because I think just moving the front wing a little bit kind of brought it down. I think we were at like 93 before we made that change, so it looks like it's going to be a dry race. Medium to hards. Looks like medium to hards should make it. Yeah, we'll keep it there, because I think any more than one stop will definitely put us on the back foot. Just trying to even up the tire life there a little bit as much as we can anyway. It's going to be tough, guys, starting last place. Do we want to give him some extra fuel? Maybe we'll give him 1 lap extra fuel. Alright guys, here we go. Now I'm hoping that most of the drivers will be pitting early. But I don't think it'll matter at this point. I'm going to pause it, make sure that Enzo doesn't challenge Mick too much at the beginning of the race. Alright, there we go. Don't fight teammate. Let's take a look at tires. Medium, softs for the most part. 4 guys on hards, it looks like. Alright, so this will be tough since the guy right in front of us is on softs. Whoop. That's what I meant to do. Alright, let's go. See if Mick can make up a position or two right away. Come on, let's get by Tsunoda. There we go. Can we get by anybody else? Oh man, we're still not by Tsunoda. Let's go. We're being pinned in right now by other cars in front of us. Alright, so we just made it by Tsunoda, and that's good. Alright guys, I think I'm just going to fast forward this to 8X, as this is Monaco and it's not going to be a really fun race to watch. So let's go. 8X. See if Mick can make up some positions. There we go. Another one on Joe. Oh, the Red Bulls are already out ahead. Look at that. I'd say, yep, they're already 3 seconds ahead. TRS is enabled. Alright, we are up right behind Stroll at this point. Looks like there's a bit of a train up until Ricardo, so hopefully we can make quick work of these guys. Enzo's still... Alright, Enzo just made it by Tsunoda right now. Alright, Enzo's up to P18 now as well, right behind us. Now let's go. Let's make quick work of these guys. We are on the softs, so we should be able to make it by some of these guys. Although the further up the grid we go, the faster they will be, so it'll be a little bit tougher to get by these guys. But hopefully we can still make up some positions here. Yeah, a bit of a bottleneck right here with these 3 cars. Not really making any progress. There we go. I think right now we have already 28 seconds behind. That's great. So we're already a full pit stop behind the leaders now. Although there is a bit of clear air in front of Albon, and then Sainz a few seconds in front of him. So we might be able to make up some time here if we can get past this traffic. Let's go. Overtake. Come on. Come on, get by these guys. Yeah, this is Monaco, where even if you're in the fastest car on the grid, it's still going to be really tough to overtake them. Oh, alright, good. Out in front of Stroll now. Just one more. Albon, there we go. Alright, and then we should be able to catch up to Magnussen in no time. Hopefully catch up and then overtake. Oh god, how far back are we? 34 seconds now. Alright. Not really great. Enzo's doing pretty well too. He's made his way up to P16. Now, I know that if this was David in the second car, he'd probably still be in P20 at this point. So I think it's a good thing that we kept Enzo. I mean, we were only going to sign David on as a reserve driver anyway. All right, there we go. We made it by Magnussen. Let's get by Sainz, and then we can make up those 5 seconds. I think, what was... There we go. Okay, all right. Make it up to P12 now. Enzo is like a 63 or 64, and David was like a 49 or something like that. Nah, that's not even like F2 good. I don't think he would have even succeeded at the F2 level, as most of those guys are in like the 70s and 60s as well. So I think it's a good thing that we don't have David in the second car. All right, look at that. We caught up to Norris and Alonso really quick. Now up next is Alonso. Where's Enzo? Enzo's still stuck behind K-Mag at this point. All right. We are by Alonso now. Vettel, how far are we from the leaders? I keep double clicking. We're 40 seconds now. 40 seconds. What are their tires at? 45? All right, so they should be pitting soon, but I don't think we're close enough to jump them in the pits if they do pit soon. Come on, Mick. Get by Vettel. All right, let's have him overtake now. Can we get him?
And just a reminder on garage.
Ah, damn it.
Copy.
Battery is empty. All right, let's go ahead and harvest right now. We'll harvest for a little bit, and Verstappen's already almost caught up to us. All right, good. Now we shouldn't be running out of battery. Okay, there we go. We just got by Vettel. Up next is Ocon. And then some more clean air again. Come on, let's get by Ocon here. Come on, Mick. There we go. All right, and a little bit of clean air till Gasly and Bottas. Well, the Alfa Romeo is pretty quick, huh? They're fighting with the Mercedes there. Verstappen already into the pits and out of the pits before we even get close to him. Other cars into the pits. Bottas into the pits now. Only a few cars left. Now, it would be really nice if we could catch up. All right, so we just entered the pit window. Let's go ahead and go into aggressive. Use up as much of the tires as we can. Where's Enzo? Enzo is in P12. Okay, so I mean, Enzo might make it back into the points. Mick definitely should make it back into the points. And hopefully Enzo's tires should last until his pit stop. All right. Ignore for now. We got a little bit of life left. Yeah, I think I'll bring Enzo in.
Pit confirm box.
Go back to normal. Mick. Russell is into the pits. Come on, Mick. One more lap. Leclerc into the pits. Okay, we'll have Mick come in right now. Go ahead and kill your... There we go. Did we make up enough time? No, we didn't. All right, we're back out in P5. That's good. At least we're out in front of Hamilton and Bottas. All right, we'll slow that down, slow that down, slow that down. Work our way back up to those cars. We'll harvest a little bit again at this point. We're right behind Russell. I don't think we're going to get by him unless we start charging up our battery anyway. Unless... You never know. Alright, we're good. Let's get by Russell. Come on, Mick. P3 is right there. The podium is right there. Fucking loud-ass neighbor bumping his music again like an ignorant asshole. Alright. We got by Russell. Up next is Leclerc. 1.2 seconds now. We're catching up to him and not having to really deploy the battery here, which is good. And where is... Alright, so as long as we don't get lapped by Verstappen... Alright, nice. So we made it up to P3, and we haven't been lapped by Verstappen and Perez, even though we're 36 seconds behind. Now, I don't know if we will have the pace to catch up to them,
At the moment,
but we will
are
definitely
the
give it
fastest
our
car on
best
track.
shot. Enzo is right behind Albin. Where is he? Okay, so Enzo's been lapped, but Sainz is right there, so we might be able to get by Vettel. All right, Vettel up next now. We have a little bit of battery left. Come on, can we get him on the DRS straight? There we go. We'll save that. We'll give Enzo a few laps here on neutral deployment. All right, so we got by Ocon, and then Sainz is up next. Enzo's actually doing okay here. Enzo up to P9. Good, good, good. All right, you know what? Let's have Enzo use a little bit of his fuel. We'll have Mick save on his fuel. 31 seconds to Perez, and we have 29 laps to go, just about. This could be doable. I don't know. We're on the same tires. Are we at the same pace though? I mean, we were quickest in quali. 27 laps left to go. Yeah, we're not really doing much the gap here. What if I deploy a little bit of battery? Some more guys into the pits. They must have been starting on hards. Yeah, even deploying battery, we didn't really make much of a dent into the gap, so I think this is just the nature of the track. Unless that was back markers that was slowing us down. Yeah, Verstappen's already into Sector 3 before we even get into Sector 2. Yeah, I think we might have to settle for P3, though we do have the fastest lap now, and Enzo is 12 seconds behind Gasly? Okay. How many laps left? Just about 21, 22 laps left. Enzo might be able to catch up to Gasly here. 11 seconds. Once again, I don't know if Enzo's making too much headway there. 10.5 seconds. You know what? There's not much left to manage, so we might as well go 16x. Okay, so Enzo is making a bit of a dent. So is Mick, but not by much. 18 laps left to go, and we're still 28.5 seconds behind. Whoops. Almost didn't see that. We're going to have to go easy on the fuel there. Luckily for us, Ocon is 22 seconds behind us anyway, so it's not really going to matter. Okay, we'll go back to balance for now. Yeah, Mick's just not making enough of a dent into the gap. 26 seconds, 27 seconds, and we are at 13 laps left to go. But moving up to P3 from P19 is actually quite impressive. And for Enzo, moving up from P20 back into the points is quite impressive as well. Now, well, you know, you might be able to get back, up to Gasly. Gasly's not really improving his gap to Hamilton either. And Enzo's making a little bit of a dent, but we're still stuck up at that 4-second mark there. So let's go ahead and harvest a little bit of battery for now. Yeah, Mick is now just a little under 25 seconds behind Perez, but then it's still another 46 seconds to Verstappen. So everybody up to Leclerc has been lapped. That's quite impressive, actually. All right, and Leclerc is 35 seconds behind us. So 3 laps left to go, guys. I think this is it. We might as well kill the battery for Enzo here, and let's go ahead and kill the tires for
We need you to
Mick.
push now. Copy.
And DRS is disabled.
I mean, it's
DRS is
good.
disabled.
What was the gap at? 38 seconds to Perez, I think it was. 38 seconds to Perez, and we dropped it down to 21. So it was okay. And Enzo also made it back into the points. Not great. Now I wonder where the standings are going. What the standings are going to look like after this. All right, up 16 positions is Mick, up to P3, and up 11 positions is Enzo to P9 in the Drivers' Championship. Ooh boy. So we are now 1 point behind Max, and Mick has jumped Enzo. We're still leading in the constructor standings by about 40 7 points, 47 points. So I think that was as good as we could expect from Monaco there. Really thought we would get a little bit closer to P2 and P1, but at least we weren't lapped, or at least Mick wasn't lapped. I think Enzo was lapped, or yeah, I think everybody up till P4 was lapped. So yeah, Enzo was lapped. But 1171 experience gain for Mick, 1523 for Enzo, and 1 development point. So we will be okay with that. A cool $5.8 million into our bank account. And that is it for Monaco, boys and girls. So once again, let me know what you guys think about the Haas move with Mick dumping him. And it's not official yet, but they've already, I think what's today's Tuesday, so they probably already officially signed Hulkenberg, because it sounded like they were going to do it on Tuesday and then they were going to announce it on Wednesday. Right now it's about 7 o'clock on Tuesday night on the east coast of the US, so I'm sure they probably announce it in a few hours British time, or I don't know where Haas is technically working out of in Europe, but we'll probably hear it officially. Let me know what you guys think about Haas dumping Mick. If you enjoyed this, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Remember to eat bok choy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.